This lesson helps us think about the actual size of a decimal, because sometimes decimal numbers can be misleading because our eyes and our mind are usually thinking about whole numbers. So in talking about ordering decimals, we're not actually going to put them in order. We're simply going to acknowledge which one is larger. To do that, if you will get them so that they have the same number of place values, that's a little bit like getting a common denominator. This is 9 100ths. This is 39 100ths. And I think it's pretty obvious that 39 100ths is larger. Now, it's not difficult at all when they two decimal places. That's not the case with the next problem. It has 0.334, which is 334 thousandths, or 0.34, which is 34 hundredths. You have to be so careful in this. Our eyes will, if we're not careful, we will ignore the zero in the decimal point, and we will just see this as 334. We will see this as just 34, but it's much different. Give them the same number of decimal places. So this one has 3, this one only has 2, but you can add a trailing 0 without changing its value. Now, this is in the thousandths and this is in the thousandths. Which is larger, 334 thousandths or 340 thousandths? Well, this one is larger, and that could be misleading. If you're to type this answer in, though, you will simply type in the 0.34, but you need to see it or write it down with a 0. All right, let's look at the next one. Remember, if they have the same number of decimal places, then just compare the numbers. This one is 7 in the tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10 thousandths place. This is 8 in the thousandths. Oh, those are not the same. This one has 4 places. This one only has 3. So we will add a 0. A little crooked 0, but a 0. All right, 7 in the 10 thousandths or 80 in the 10 thousandths. 80 is larger. So this one is larger. When you type it in its original form without the 0 that we added that would help us make our decision. All right, let's look at the next one. It says 404 and 100th versus 407 and 100th. Well, the decision here is made in the whole number side because 407 is bigger than 404. So despite the fact that their decimal pieces were the same, this is definitely the larger number. All right, one more. When you look at this, you have 0.182, that has 3 decimal places, and 0.1827. That one has 4 decimal places. So you have to add a 0 to this one so that now they have the same number. Now, which is bigger, 1,820 10 thousandths or 1,827 10 thousandths? And this one is larger. Okay, so compare your decimals by giving them the same number of place values, but when you type in the answer, if you've had to add a 0, take it back off. All right, you compare the decimals now.